Hi, hello, welcome. This is the first in what I hope to be many music reviews. So let's just get right to it. Today I'm going to be reviewing Peter Gabriel, Melt by Peter Gabriel. You might have heard of him. He wrote a song called Sledgehammer once. You might have heard of that as well. But anyways, Peter Gabriel Melt. This is his third self-titled album. It's not actually called Melt. It's just called Peter Gabriel, like in the other three of his first four albums. Obviously, it's called Melt because of what's on the cover. Obviously, half his face is melting. Likewise, on Peter Gabriel 1, that's nicknamed Car because he's sitting in a car. Peter Gabriel 2, Scratch, because he's scratching the cover, so I suppose. But anyways, this is Peter Gabriel. This is where Peter Gabriel first started to experiment with world music. So, every album after this, he sort of got more and more into doing, world music. It's the whole album. The album on the whole has this very, very desperate, bleak, you know, depressing tone to it. On the whole, like most of the songs are like that. Not all of them, but just some of them. Well, majority, I think. All but one basically have this very tense, depressive, um, bleak tone to them. So, first song, Intruder. Intruder. It's a really good opening track, let's just say that. I mean, first off, you have Phil Collins on drums playing a relentless, almost tribal drum beat, and it just sounds awesome. Um, Lyrically, this song is very dark, like a lot of the songs on this album. It's about someone who enjoys breaking into people's houses and, well, girls' houses specifically, and sniffing their dresses and enjoy, I suppose, getting off to the tension and fear that these girls feel when when they think someone's broken into their house. Um, so it is a really, 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 messed up song. But as I say, it's a really, really strong opener. So we're off to a good start here. Next up, No Self Control. This is a really, really, desperate. Sounds like really, really desperate. Not obviously, I'm not saying that like it's a bad thing. It's a really, really good song, but it has a very, very, very desperate tone. It's like about someone who probably psychotic, can't control himself. Saying sorry to whoever he's hurt repeatedly. Um, it's a really good song, and I believe Robert Fripp has some contributions to this song in terms of guitar, which naturally are very good because it's Robert Fripp. Kate Bush also makes a very, 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 very brief vocal contribution to this song during the part of the song where they just chant, where Peter Gabriel's chanting "No Self Control" over and over again. Um, if you like the studio version of this song, I encourage you to check out the version of it that he did for his Live in Athens 1987, which I have actually got right here. I mean, it's on YouTube, and I'll probably post a link to it. But so another really good song. Next song is called Start. It's only 1 minute 21 seconds. It's just a very, very brief instrumental dominated by saxophone. It's got a very, very sad tone to it. it's really nice to listen to. And this segues directly into the next song called I Don't Remember, which is just really tense and desperate, much like Self Control. Um, Not entirely sure what this one is about. I've read up on it, and apparently some people theorise that it's Peter Gabriel talking to his ex-Genesis members, like, Phil Collins, Tony Banks, Mike Rutherford, Steve Hackett. And once again, there's more great guitar playing by Robert Fripp, and also some really, really good bass work from Tony Levin. So it's really, really awesome. Family Snapshot, next song. This is probably my favourite song on the album. Mostly because, well, probably for reasons like I like all the other songs on this album. Very, very, the way, like, this one is probably the most unique on the album as well, just the way the music builds and builds and builds, and then drops, becomes quiet again. It's about an assassination, basically, on a politician. I'm not sure if it's based off the Kennedy assassination or not, but it's basically, as soon as the assassin kills whoever he's trying to kill, he remembers his childhood, and that's where the song becomes very sad. And there's also some marvellous saxophone work there as well, so it is really good. I mean, some people don't like it, but I think the majority of people do. It is a good song. Next song, it's called And Through the Wire. Sorry. It's basically it's probably the most upbeat song on the album. It's basically about long distance relationships over the phone. Basically how happy the narrator is to talk to whoever he talks to. And to be honest, I really do like this song simply because I think it has more relevance today than it did back then, because obviously now long distance relationships are made much easier, by the likes of various social networking, Skype. So so while we're not talking through a wire, strictly speaking, we're just using all the Wi-Fi now because it's the 21st century. It's as I say it, I do still think it's irrelevant. It's a more relevant song than it was back then. So that is the sign that is a really good song, and it's almost punky in its in terms of the instruments. It's very raw, stripped back, compared to a lot of the other numbers on this album. Sorry. So, next song, Games Without Frontiers. This is the probably one of two big hits off the album. If you're above the age of 40, you probably heard the song on the radio probably countless times. So yeah, it's basically comparing war, conflict to children, in a playground, pretty much. You've also got some great vocal contributions from Kate Bush. It's been a bit more significant than vocal contributions in No Self Control. The saying Je sans frontières. But yeah, it is just a classic. You really need to check it out. Next song, Not One of Us. I quite like this song as well. I like all the songs on this album, actually. Not One of Us is basically, outcasting people who think, it's pretty much a song about dislike, dislike for the unlike, pretty much. That I believe Robert Fripp contributes more with guitar. Again, 2011, great bass work once again, and there's a great instrumental interlude there as well. And I really do love the chorus in this song as well. Next song, Lead a Normal Life. It's a good song. It's probably my least favourite on the album. It's a bit weird. It is quite world beat. And the and obviously there's not really it's not dominated by vocals. There's just a small vocal section in the middle of the song, and then it's back to world beat stuff and weird sounds pretty much. Next song, well, it's the last song on the album, Biko. This is the other hit from the album, probably one of Peter Gabriel's. Sorry, I was distracted by something. Peter Gabriel's most popular songs, especially in concert. He likes to close off a lot of his concerts with this song. It is it's probably the most world music-y on this album, if that makes any sense. It's a protest song about the imprisonment and eventual execution of Stephen Biko. I believe he was a political activist. Was an activist in Africa, trying to, a peaceful activist, trying to just, make life better for black people in South Africa. It's a very powerful song. It's 7.5 minutes, and there's not much to it in terms of instrumentation. It's just very soft, drum, very soft playing on African drums, and just like the same like 3 or 4 guitar notes just played over and over again very slowly. So it might not be to everyone's taste, but lyrically it's brilliant. You just have to hear it at least once. So yeah. So as you can imagine by the way I'm talking, I'm going to give this album a 5 out of 5. I just thought I'd better, if I'm going to do start doing these things properly, if I want to make this a semi-regular thing, just start off with an album that I know very well and that I really do like, just to get into the swing of things really. So once again, 5 out of 5 album, check it out. Thanks for watching, please subscribe, and follow me on Twitter if you want. I'll probably put a link to an annotation link or link in the description. I'll figure that out. So thanks for watching.